Hey y'all, we coming for all the companies today. I just did Amazon. Now I'm checking out Disney, how they doing their employees dirty. So like, let's watch this real quick. Let's check it out.
And developing news, a Disneyland worker responding tonight to a record settlement following allegations of wage theft at the happiest place on earth. Disney has agreed to fork over more than $230 million in back pay to tens of thousands of employees. Fox 11's Christy Fajardo has more.
Say thank you.
Have a good
Happy kids and happy parents at Disneyland shell out big bucks for a holiday memory.
The tickets were like $860.
That's why some are disappointed to learn the resort has just agreed to what is believed to be the largest wage theft settlement in state history. $233 million, covering roughly 50,000 past and current employees.
That is upsetting. And every corporation should pay, their dues.
Even now, about people choosing, to pay bills or to get food.
Michael Levier has been working for Disneyland for 16 years and says he has coworkers who live in their cars. That's why they celebrated when the voters of Anaheim approved Measure L, which raised the minimum wage to $15 an hour starting in 2019 for companies that get tax rebates from the city. But he says the raise never came. Instead, Disney argued for 5 years the corporation was exempt because it no longer had any tax rebate deals with Anaheim.
They claimed that the $300 million Mickey and Friends parking lot deal that had started in 1997 didn't qualify. They still get a tax benefit from that. Ultimately, the Court of Appeals and the California Supreme Court rejected Disney's argument.
In a statement, a Disneyland spokesperson wrote, quote, "We are pleased that this matter is nearing resolution. Currently, all cast members make at least the Measure L requirement of $19.90 per hour. And in fact, 95% of them make more." A judge still has to approve the settlement, but on average, employees are expected to get back pay and interest in the sum of about $3,600. It's a big payday for Levier, and he hopes a big blow to corporations who ignore the law.
We bring a service that touches people's lives, and it's hard to put like a price on that. But to have people struggling to get by in the ways that they do is just unacceptable.
So yeah, Disney is not paying their employees either. And it just goes to show, like, a lot of these billion-dollar companies are greedy and don't give a shit about their employees, Like, for one, I don't even understand, like, why people would do this in the first place. Why would you put yourself in that situation? Like, I mean, I understand Disney is a very big name. Maybe some people are doing it to get the name behind their belt, like working at a restaurant, to get your name out there. But like, I would never put myself in this position because you're out there, 8 hours a day performing in costumes. It's probably hot. You're out there performing 8 hours a day. You got to stay in this character and you're underpaid. They said a lot of their employees live in their car because they don't get paid the right amount of wages. That's crazy. Like, that is so nuts to me that Disney, of all people, like, I just did one on Amazon, but they're a billion-dollar company and you can't pay your employees. A lot of your employees are sleeping in their cars. That's nuts, and you're out there performing, putting smiles on kids' faces, like the guy said, like they bring happiness to a lot of people, and Disney's just eating. I've unfortunately never been able to go to Disneyland. That's a little out of my price range. Maybe one day when I can afford it, but I've never got the opportunity to go to Disneyland. I heard Disneyland is crazy expensive. They charge you just to breathe out there. So have to be in such dire situations. And it just goes to show, like, they don't give a shit about you. They don't care about us. They just care about money. It's money, 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 money for them. They want to bring in the money, But I don't understand these workers. Well, like I said, yeah, maybe they want to get the Disney name behind their back because I guess maybe if you work at Disney, you can get other jobs. Maybe like if I would say, and this is just like me thinking, maybe you could get into like theater or something with that. I don't know what type of job you can get after Disney. I wouldn't know unless you're like a tech person that works on the rides or something like that. And I gotta think those tech people are probably making decent wages. Like, but this is more towards the workers, like the people that are dressed in the costumes and the gift shop workers. Um, they're filing a lawsuit, and hopefully those employees get that pay. Hopefully they get that payout. I'm rooting for the payout, because I've come from a background of working jobs where these companies make millions and millions of dollars, but they choose to shit on the employees. They choose to, like, oh no, we don't have to pay them a livable wage. Let them figure it out, you know? And especially for people like this that are out here performing 8 hours a day, you got to stay in character 8 hours a day. I heard Disney, like, you have to maintain that character that you're playing for throughout your whole shift. So imagine you just got to be like all day. Sometimes you got to deal with like bad kids or shitty parents, you know, and you just got to put on. And then when you get off your 8 hour shift, you got to go sleep in your car after you just did all that hard work. You know what I'm saying? That's probably very mentally draining. You know, I wouldn't. It's probably physical draining because you're walking around, you're, you know, pretending to be all cheery, happy, and all that stuff, and you got to go sleep at your car at the end of the night. That's got to be like a really shitty feeling, you know? Like, hey, I feel for these people. Like, man, like, I hope that lawsuit goes together. Amazon drivers just went on strike. I hope that goes through, you know? So maybe these big corporations could see that we are actually people and we're not just pawns in your game to keep you richer, you know? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. Do y'all support this? Do y'all feel like companies like this should pay us a livable wage? Or do you think like, oh, these people should just get a degree and get a job that pays them right? You know, there's people like that say that type of stuff, you know? But appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.